Oh, this is me just doing a video about the Enochian ritual for Humanity Week 2. And it's been a difficult one to put together, and especially since I have high fever. But it talks about equality in every sense of the word. And if you look at these are just typical power structures, like with the president, Congress, and wealthy and poor. Or like the Pope, cardinals, priest, and then the sheep. And in Russia, where there is a huge problem now with President Putin, who put himself as head of the church. I think it was 4 or 5 years ago, so that causes trouble. And then there's the wealthy and the poor. So in many ways that Putin is head of the church, that creates quite a problem in one way. Russia has the most powerful magic in many ways, as those who are well versed in the magical tradition. It's hidden and it never went away, but they are really potent there. And then in Islamic countries we have the Sheikh, who is a descendant, and they fight between each other who is the right descendant of Muhammad. And then we have the Sharia laws, which are not in itself bad. It's the interpretations, the freedom they have to choose what Sharia is, that causes the problem. And then we have the imams and the regular people. And anybody can be an imam, of course, but there is always that with how you read the Sharia. And then we have the modern days, like with the celebrities and artists being on top, and then the wannabes, and then the crew. And moguls, leaders, workers, and then cleaners beneath. Like restaurants, and like men, women, children, animals, and nature is off. And in my point of view, quite often, the worm is the most important, since it brings air to the earth. And rodents are very important, since if they don't dig, there is no water that can flow and go into the roots of the trees. So worms and rodents come very high up in nature, and then animals and man come, the rest of the animals and man come last. So that's just one of my own quirks. And then I've been thinking about this, what many young people are struggling with, is what is real and what is not real. And I think that when you start using hallucinogenic things, and you do the ayahuasca thing, and everything seems so clear, and then you start questioning, is this my mind or is it spiritual? And that is rabbit hole that you can go in very deeply into. And then I'm just thinking of the imbalances and the infinity signal here. And here we come again to that same I have in the tarot spread, that there should be a balance, that men, women and children and everybody, one of these are balanced, like, and poor, president and workers, there should be a balance, and health, army and law should be all one. And priest, church and people should also have more equal power. And then there is just some thoughts, law and punishment. There should be balance between that and people and justice, so that they should work for each other and whatever. And spirituality and religion, they are so far apart sometimes, so I don't even know where to begin. And then I have the old soul types of earth, air, fire, water, with sadness, melancholy and anger and all those things. And then I found out I drew this chaos sigil here. But here I just were playing around with words, employment, equality is employment, questioning, unity, ability, liability, interaction and trust, and spirituality is sacredness, a different type of polytheism and panentheism and so forth. And then we have inspiration, a ritual, interest, free interest, theism, and it should be uniting, and animalism and liberal. And independence is very important for me, at least in spirituality, and trust. And then I was into the hexagram, how it's the most powerful symbol of balance in the world. You can put how many hexagrams you can within a hexagram, and it just goes to the perfect Merkaba, or however you want to see it. And here I put the Y, like in maths, but the Y stands for omniscience, omnipotence, and omnibenevolence. And I think that if we call the God, the great, the all, for all those things, we put him here. And here is something that I was urged to talk about. Is believe and trust yourself and spirit, since you might be asked to be quick to act upon this. Response or act, resourcefulness, inspiration, creativity, innovations, persistence, endurance and strength. And everybody has these powers within them, so they are natural. But it's just to learn to trust that you can act upon them. And here is some things of the... With acceptance there is no need for tolerance, and with equality there is no need really for any laws, since human race and gender and all those issues and political correctness. If people treat each other as truly equal, there shouldn't be any need for those laws for equal treatment. And that is a waste of money if we are going to go into a world where we shouldn't spend so much money to pay for politicians who don't even care about what they're fighting for as long as they get their paycheck. It's better that you act like a good neighbor and take care of your others, and they will be out of work. And here what must be equal is shelter, food, medicine and clean water for everyone, and protection and justice and health care. And here I am just being angry, whatever I'm angry about. And today it was the isms, communism, racism, Nazism and fundamentalism that drove me mad today. There is always something that makes me mad every day. And there is a warning for that indoctrination will be more, and the herd mentality of following like influencers and Instagram and all this, and buying stuff you don't need just to be like the Joneses, and just following, not thinking for yourself. And people buy themselves peace of mind and peace of soul. They think that if they have the right car or the right house or the right purse, then everything will be all right, and they don't think about the people who don't have anything. When they feel bad, they buy something. So that's one topic that came up. And here is my different, I'm taking a hold here, band here. Let's see if I can pull it, it's quite old. This is what I had in the vision, something similar like this, can you see it? But this is like stretchy. And this is like a grid around the world, a power grid of floating energy. And it's very powerful, it's like stepping through it. And I went through one of these holes in my vision, and I heard something very loud. this was before I started my Enochian ritual as a confirmation. I heard Kadosh, 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 and it was like a sound throughout the space. Nobody, what do you call it, without body, but it was so beautiful, and it was scary, but it was also so beautiful, and I felt very close. And then Uriel helped me back through this hole, one of these holes here that were charged with high electrical power. And sorry if I'm rambling today, but I have a fever, so... But I had to get this out, and then I answer questions in the comments, and have a magical, magical day. Be inspired. Bye for now.